in the Hebrew and with English below it. Hen ba'avon cholalti u'bechet yichematni imi. Indeed, I was created with a propensity to transgress. In addition, my mother conceived me in sin. The Christians really went to town on this. But the Ari says it's specific to David. It's based on a midrash. So look at the paragraph starting according to the Ari, non-bold, according to the Ari. The two parts of this verse apply specifically to David, as opposed to being statements of some kind of universal law that every human being is born in sin. He thus reminds us of midrash about Yishai, David's father. So David's father, you can read it yourself, but the story is that Ruth was married to Boaz. The problem was either Boaz was either 80 years old when he married Ruth or 120, and God bless him, he passed away the next day. So like all the excitement that everybody had about the marriage, like they said, whoa, maybe he did the wrong thing, and all the men kind of disappear from the scene, and all you see at the end of the story of Ruth is the women. And the women say that, they help Ruth nurse her baby, or her baby's name is Oved, the servant. And Oved has a baby named Yishai, Jesse. Okay. And they are like amazing, and they're great. And everybody starts to say, wow, thank God, it wasn't the wrong thing. I mean, he was the greatest sage of the generation, and if he had made a mistake by marrying a Moabitess, so like, very bad. But he didn't, it was good. Oved was great, and Yishai was great. Yishai had 7 sons, all of them great, fantastic. And then he decides, you know what, maybe I'm not Jewish. He's an old man, and he says to his wife, the truth is, I might not be Jewish, because look, maybe my grandfather made a mistake. She says, like, what's going on, Yishai? Like, what happened to you? He said, well, listen, I don't know, maybe, that's just a maybe. So I have to divorce you. Oh, really? I have to marry my Canaanite maidservant. Your Canaanite. And I'm going to give her a get shichrur. I'm going to give her she's going to be a free woman. If I am Jewish, she is hereby now a Jewish woman. And if I'm not Jewish, then neither of us are. And so the maidservant went to Yishai's wife and said, he's an old man. This is going too far. I don't want to take him away from you. He's your husband. So they made a plan. And the plan was that, okay, like with Jacob and Rachel and Leah, it was the first time, like, how can he know? Like, how can he know it's Leah? He thinks it's Rachel. But with Yishai, he's had 7 kids already. So, but look at the plan. I'll be there in the bedroom with him, beginning. When he tells me to go to snuff out the lamp, I'll go out the room and you come in. It'll be dark. He'll never know. And he'll never know. He did not know. Well, he's such a tzaddik because when he's in his bed with his wife, he's like up there completely. So, read it inside. Read it inside on page 97, second paragraph from the bottom. Yishai therefore separated from his wife after having borne 7 upright sons, and composed a special conditional ketuvah to marry his Canaanite maidservant. In essence, it stated, if I, Yishai, am Jewish, then this Canaanite maidservant is hereby freed and becomes Jewish. If not, then we're both non. To everyone's consternation, the day was set for their marriage. In the meantime, this Canaanite maidservant loved her mistress very much. You can skip to 98. Okay, they made the deal. You're going to get up, I'll come in, and I'll be with my husband. With this, the Ari says, we can understand the first part of our verse. Hen ba'avon cholalti, I was created in or through a transgression. What was the transgression? When a man lays with his wife, it's forbidden for him to think of another woman. A lot of people in our generation have problems because they see movies and see magazines, and they can't help having the magazine girl in their mind. And so that's a very important way that the Chitzonim have power over people, right? It's 2 human beings together. It's 2 bodies together, 2 souls together. It's divine, it's sanctified, but not if you have pictures in your mind. So you're not allowed to think of somebody else. 2 minutes. You're not allowed to think of somebody else. It's like, not right. Okay, next line. Yishai thought he was laying with his maidservant, when in truth it was his own beloved wife. So that's a sin already. concerning the second half of the verse, and my mother conceived me in sin, the Ari informs us that David's mother felt her menstrual cycle begin at its very end. While there was still lust and loving embrace, she whispered, I'm Anita, and as the halacha states, he immediately separated. Nevertheless, David's mother unfortunately conceived him while in a state that is considered ritually unclean. But this is exactly what they needed to get David's soul into the world. They thought, perfect, this is a great soul from Adam. We'll put him in here, and he'll have this inborn thing that he'll be lustful. But it was really to their own detriment. It was God's way of bringing this incredible soul called David, the incredible soul called Abraham, and the incredible souls called you, all of us, into this world in a hidden way. And that once we're here now, we can start meeting and talking and learning and joining and understanding what the story is all about. And we are the most powerful force for tikkun in the whole world. More powerful than space, more powerful than time. It's just that we need to know this story. I hope I've helped a little bit. I thank you so much.